Hi teachers, it's Julie DeLeon here. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about the learning plans in elementary language arts. So let me start by showing you how to find those in Schoology. So once you get into Schoology, you're going to go to Groups. You're going to find your Aligned Round Rock Curriculum button, or the ARC. Click that. Then you're going to go over here to this little file that says Resources. When you go to Resources, it's going to pull up for you another set of folders. You go to the Aligned Round Rock Curriculum ARC District folder. And now you have just a couple more clicks. You're almost there. You're going to go down like I am to Elementary. This folder says Elementary. This is where you'll actually access everything for your grade level. Okay, so here we've arrived now. We're at our grade level. So you can click whatever grade level you are. I'm gonna click 3rd grade. And my advice would be to come up here to this location bar right here where you see this arrow, the star, and see where it says bookmark this tab. I would do that. And then you can add it right here to your favorites, the things that you've starred for easy access so you don't have to go through all those steps every time. Okay, so now that we're in 3rd grade, I'll just preview 3rd grade for you. So I'm going to go to ELAR Social Studies, and in this you're going to see lots of different documents. For the purpose of this video, I'm focusing on a learning plan. So I'm going to go to the launch, which is the first workshop, the first unit. And here we have 2 things for you. We have the unit plan and we have the assessment resources. So I'm going to click the unit plan. Okay, so now this is going to go to the actual unit plan. In the unit plan lives the learning plan. So the unit plan is really bundling and holding like the unit at a big picture. So we're going to have the unit rationale, we're going to have big ideas and central questions. We're going to go down and have some pacing information, so it's giving you like big picture of the unit. And if you scroll through, you're going to see vocabulary. These are where all the TEKs are written out very explicitly for you, as well as the ELPs, which are important for building the language proficiency standards. And then we go down to a little note for teachers that we encourage and actually suggest that you adjust and be responsive in your planning to the students using this curriculum, because students are first in the curriculum. So then we come down here to the suggested unit plan. This is actually, the learning plan. So what you're going to do is click right here where it says link to 3rd grade ELAR SS learning plan. This is what I want to show you about today. So far, what you saw was the big picture of the unit. When you click the learning plan, it's going to take you to a very laid out and organized document, which I'm going to overview for you today. The feedback and the reason for this change was that people were voicing a concise plan that would lay out the resources and the suggested learning experiences in a balanced literacy organized format. So conciseness and organization of the document was really important to support people as they planned for their students and balanced literacy instruction. So if you look at this document, first of all, we're going to look down the colored rows. You're going to start with seeing the components of balanced literacy with the approximate time. These are aligned to the district's suggested minutes, taking into account that we know that we have very many campuses, 35, and everybody has unique and individual needs for your campus. So these are approximate times. However, the components are the components of balanced literacy. So these are the areas that should be in place in instruction. So there's phonics and word study. There's a section for that. There's a section for interactive read aloud. There's a section for reader's workshop, which includes mini lessons, resources, small group, independent reading, conferring, and sharing suggestions. Sometimes they're general because in small group, independent, and conferring, that of course would be a teacher responsive need. We don't know your exact students with their exact needs in that grade level and what those standards and what their skills and strengths are. So we provide document and overview information that could support you as you plan for their needs. Then we go down to the writer's workshop portion, mini lessons, small group again, independent writing this time, conferring, and share and reflect information. Same thing again. Most of these lessons align to Benchmark because that is our district adopted resource. However, last year we began to review certain Benchmark components and started adding to that. So for example, I'm going to scroll back to Reader's Workshop. You'll see in the mini lesson section, sometimes we refer to a Benchmark lesson, and sometimes we refer to other lessons, such as lessons from Jennifer Saravallo's Reading Strategies book, or maybe it's a Round Rock created lesson. So we're trying to bring in options for you. Benchmark's a great starting point. There's also other great resources. So we're connecting those to the standards in that unit and trying to give you some options for reading. We're continuing that work as we review the different components of the resources that we have adopted to ensure perfect alignment to support your students in the mastering of their TEKS. So again, we go through the Writer's Workshop. There's links off to the side that can take you to specific documents, like you'll see a document here. There's often links that would go to the Benchmark resource in Benchmark Universe. That's your digital resource. You'll also see handwriting and grammar study are reflected. Sometimes it's a flex week. Sometimes the unit hasn't started since this is early in the year. There's some notes about that. So basically what you can see is it's laying out for you in this week 5 days of suggested plans for all the components of balanced literacy that bring that unit together and the unit plan and wrapping in all the standards. These are recommended and they're also suggested pacings, but we know that your students might not fall exactly as it would be as a cookie cutter and Benchmark. So we don't expect that you follow these directly day by day, but that we stay as close as we can to the scope and sequence while adjusting to meet the needs of your students and not feeling pressure to move on too quickly or to stay too long if they need to go somewhere else in their skills to build towards the common goals of the unit. So that's what a learning plan is. You can peruse it and you will see different things, different resources. There's lots of information here for you, but this kind of overviews what it is. Hopefully it's helpful for you, and I just do want to remind you again as we close with this word here, responsive teaching suggestion. That is what this is. And so we hope that it's helpful for you, that it lays out and starts the conversation for you and your team as you begin to plan and think about the needs of your kids in this unit and how you can best support them so they're successful students in reading, writing, communication, thinking, and all the important things in literacy. So thank you. Let us know if you have questions.